Hello guys, welcome to this video. So in this video I will show you yet another form validation library for React.js. So inside React.js, if you want to do form validation and show error messages as well, this is a very perfect library for doing that purpose. So we have a simple registration form right here where we have four fields: name, email, age and country, and we have a button as well. So if I don't enter anything and click the submit button, you will see the error messages will pop in that name is required. Please enter a valid email. Please enter a valid age and country. So as I write the actual name, you will see the error will go away. And also I need to enter the valid email. And here this will only be numbers. And then if I write the country, you will see all the errors will go away. And if I click submit, and you will see the data will be, when the data is submitted, you will get this data as a JSON response. So it's a form validation library. The library name is for Formsy. Formsy is the actual library name. So it does the form validation and it shows the error messages. If you see, it's showing these error messages. It also supports multiple error messages. You will see multiple conditions can be applied. You will see name must be at least 3 characters long. So the name field must be at least 3 characters long. So in this way, you can do multiple validations at the single time using this library. So once the data is submitted, you can get this data inside the JSON response. So now to install this, if you go to npmjs.com and just search for Formsy-React. So this is actually the package. You will see that it has almost got 21,000 weekly downloads. So this is actually the command here and you just need to install it. I've already installed it. And one more component we need to install, which is Formsy React components. This is part of this library. So you also need to install this as well. So these two packages you need to install. And after that we can do the form validation. So I will just make a simple functional component and then I will require both these packages by using the import statement. So you can see we have imported Formsy, and from the Formsy React components we imported the input element. So now I will construct the form right here, which will contain four fields which for receiving the user input. So now right in the JSX itself I will style this div just to align it everything in the center position. So all the source code will be given in the description. So inside the div we will have a h2 heading which will simply say Formsy React example, and then we will be including this component Formsy. So this is actually the parent element Formsy where we actually define our form. So here we'll be having this input field. We are requiring it from Formsy React components. So this input component will take some properties. So the first property will be the name field. So here you need to attach you can give any name of your choice, but I will just give name because here in this field I will be allowing the user to enter name, and we can give it a property of label which will be shown to the user. This will be a type will be text and it should be required. This is for the validation that the user must write this, and then we define the validations using this object. So inside double curly brackets, we provide the validations. So what validations that you want? So we want this input field to be alphanumeric. This means that only characters will be defined and minimum length should be 3 characters. So here we are defining minimum length should be 3 characters. So where we have provided the validations, these two validations, and now we can define the error messages as well using this property validation errors. This will also be an object, so double curly brackets. And for is alpha numeric, if this condition is not met, for this we will show a error message that name must contain only letters and numbers. And then for the second condition, if this condition is not met, then we will be showing this error. So it's that easy to define these error messages. Name must be at least 3 characters long. So for each condition, if this condition is not met, then this error message will show. So very simple. So now we have defined these two conditions. And also, if the value is not entered by the user, then the default error message will be shown is default required value, name is required. So we are simply using this is default required value right here. So if you refresh your application, you will actually see there will be this name input field, and I will just define a simple button to submit the form. So right here we can define a simple button type will be of submit, and here we'll simply say submit. So what will happen now, you'll have this button. If I click this button, you will see name is required. So these error messages are showing, and also name must be at least 3 characters long. So all the error messages are showing. So now what we need to do, we need to add, and also if you type a special character, then also name must contain only letters and numbers. So all these 3 error messages are showing at different conditions. And now we need to add a input field for receiving email. So name will be of email, label email, type email, and it should be required, and we'll be providing the validation for is email, because this is an input field which is used to get the email of the user. So we'll be defining error message. If this is not a valid email, then we'll simply say to the user that please enter a valid email. So in this case, you will have the second field. Now, if I enter the name correctly, but if I don't enter the email, you will see please enter a valid email. So here we do need to enter the valid email. So once you enter your information, click on the submit button. Now to get submit the form, we need to bind an on submit in the parent tag in Formsy. So right here, you will be binding this on valid submit. So here we'll be defining a custom function which will submit the form. So you will define this handle submit function. So all the data which is entered by the user will be contained inside this in values. And now you can simply console log the values. You can see that. So simply if the user right click on submit, and you will see all your data will be contained inside this object, which is a JSON object which contains these two properties, email and name. So all the data is captured inside this object. So in this way, you can do very simple form validation using this package specifically for React.js application, which is Formsy React, and you can show these error messages very easily. So this was a tutorial regarding this library, and thank you very much for watching this video. And do check out my website as well, freemediatools.com, which contains thousands of tools regarding audio, video, and image. And I will be seeing you in the next video.